And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to day 3 of the North American qualifiers. It's time for game 2 between Dirtnap Gaming and Azure Gaming. But first, we checked in with Skara from Dignitas, who shared his thoughts about what it will take for these teams to survive in Season 3.
First of all, find out what people's goals are. Personally, my team wants to be the best, and so it's never really a clash of ideals. But other teams, like maybe one person doesn't want to practice 12 hours a day, and that's something that should come out immediately so they can discuss if they want to live together in a gaming house, if they want to live elsewhere, another country, or another state. I would say getting comfortable with being with your team for the next year is the biggest thing.
And it is a big thing. You've been with Skara, you've been in a team with him. And you guys had a lot of problems at the time because, you know, Voidboy was in school.
Skara was in school.
And there's a lot of the teams that are coming through this that are in very similar situations to that. I mean, how do you counter that? How do you work it out? Like you just mentioned, you need to discuss this as a team and say, okay, this is what we can and can't do.
I'd agree with Skara in almost all those circumstances. You have to be able to get along and live with these guys. Some of the early problems that happened in teams, I remember the first time CLG went to Korea, they lost St. Fishes from it. They couldn't mesh as a unit, all of them together, and they had to make changes. If it would have been just playing a couple hours a day, they would have been able to deal with it. But as soon as you're spending 10 hours a day practicing, living with them, all those mannerisms, all the things that annoy you, they really come in. You have to be, I mean, these teams, friendship really matters for these guys. It works better when you're criticizing. You can take criticism better. You can work more amicably together to get things done. It really matters to get along.
And you know, without being too disparaging to the teams, to the players, gamers are fragile beasts. They are not exactly the most sociable of animals. They are sometimes sat in the room, you know, they'll be on their own. They're all on comms with each other. Yeah, they've talked to each other all day, but once you're literally sat next to the person like I am with you now, you know, if we were to sit in a house for a week, we probably wouldn't get on. I don't know.
I don't know. Would we be
There's
able to
a
get on?
real TV experiment right there that could happen.
I think we could do it.
I think we could do it.
I don't know if we'd be good enough.
I think we could.
But the socialness might work. And a lot of these guys, it's the continuous challenge for them. You know, you got to find similar minds.
You have to find similar minds. We are into the picks and bans, though, ladies and gentlemen. So, game 2 getting underway. What are we expecting in the bans?
So, obviously, right away, Jace, at this point, there's almost too much to ban because the Shen really crushed for Dirtnap Gaming last time. Azure Gaming does have first pick if they choose to do it, but the only time they played Shen this entire tournament, it didn't go too well for them. That was against Curse, and they got beaten up in the first game.
But it was close, that Curse game.
The first game was not that close. The second game was close when they didn't have Shen, but the first one with Shen, I don't remember exactly what he was up against, but he got obliterated.
That was a stomp. Yeah, that was Elise. That was Elise top, Voidboy. Pretty sure. He definitely had Elise top because he had man mode. Ragnarok, I'm going to teleport in and take 1v5s.
In the second game.
Hit game 2, yeah. But game 1, he definitely had Elise. As it stands, though, it is Azure Gaming as the first pick. Jace, Shen, banned out. Twisted Fate, Malphite, banned out. Kha'Zix, of course, being taken out. Kind of don't expect to see him much of today. Evelyn is available.
Evelyn's available. The thing is, though...
There it is. Straight in.
Dirtnap Gaming let Meat Playground have this earlier on in the tournament during the group stage. Prawley has counters lined up for Evelyn. They're one of the only teams that's willing to play against her.
Well, let's see what that counter is. Nunu, of course, was banned away. Didn't want Bloodwater to have that. What are we expecting then from this? Are they going to go for the AD and support? Cho'Gath. Worked out well for the last game.
JD Wu's Cho'Gath was amazing last game. It comboed with a lot of their other crowd control, but they're just locking in what worked for him last game. Graves for the 6th time in a row for Echo.
This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Dirtnap Gaming got to remember what they did against Good Game University. They ran the exact same team comp, and it backfired heavily for them.
You're absolutely right about that. They are willing to go with the same thing twice in a row, and I wonder if Azure is going to be ready to stop it. Because
they may have just like Good Game University did, they figured out during that break during the game. We talked to Laudamonis and he said, yeah, we sussed it during the game.
That could be.
Was it Laudamonis? It wasn't. It was Zion Spartan.
Zion Spartan. Yeah, even everyone on that team, because they were the scrim partners, they knew them well enough to know that they will continue to play what they're comfortable with. And you can see it just with the way that Echo picks his AD carries. 6 Graves. He likes Graves. They're probably going to play Sona as well, right? They can't get Shen, so they can't get exactly the same combination. But could this be the time when we finally get to see a Riven out of Chris and a Jarvan out of Prawley? I've been telling him he needs to play Jarvan. I really want to see it, but I probably don't think it's going to happen.
Is that his counter towards Evelyn? What is his counter for Evelyn? That's the question.
I wish I could remember what they decided to play in that one game. What did they do Gragas? His Gragas is pretty strong. Locked in. Wow.
Locked in. Gragas against Evelyn in the mid lane. We're assuming it's the mid lane. It could become a jungler. But that's probably going to be a top lane. Or a solo lane, I guess you could say. We don't know. It could be top or bottom. It doesn't really matter where it is these days. What are we going to go for towards these guys? What are we expecting? Is it going to be an Ezreal again? I guess he will be for Demon LoL.
The thing is, he didn't really hard carry that game. He got blocked off by Cho'Gath, and he was a little worried about the zone potential. But just because he's against a Gragas, I would expect an Ezreal to happen again. He couldn't quite hard carry with it, unfortunately, but it was close enough. They blocked out the Nunu like they would always want to do. Easy pick for them. And then the last one is going to be either their jungler or their top laner. DJ Lambo could just go for Nocturne once again. It hasn't worked out for him that well. He's picked it so many times. If I had to guess, I'd say a Mumu to combo with Evelyn.
Mumu, let's see what is the final pick. Wow.
Yeah.
The ball is back in your court.
He only plays Nocturne and a Mumu in this tournament.
Yeah.
It wasn't
too
hard. A Mumu's bad and he doesn't.
It's not future predictions, it's called research, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That's what you have to do for these tournaments. It's what a lot of you guys don't see. Actually, you may have seen it if you'd have seen the board tweeted out that we were working on back at the right studio. Riven, of course. Oh, wow.
I hope
it made it through.
I hope it's made it through this entire tournament. Like, he mains it and everything, but no one's been fearing it. They're almost daring him to pick Riven this entire time. And with everything on the line for Dirtnap here, I hope they go for it. It's a comfort pick. This is a comfort team, and they go with Jax.
They've switched it out. So Jax versus Olaf in that top lane. They're again looking to close that distance, close that gap onto get onto Demon LoL.
It's what they need to try to do. It's so tricky, though. Demon LoL can escape pretty much everything they throw at him at this point. Even though this is the only problem, he does have Ignite instead of Cleanse, so he has to preemptively dodge all the CC instead of just avoiding it. He did get caught in a couple last game, and it hurt him a bit, but we'll see if he can get it going.
Okay, so what are we seeing across the board here? We've got a very different team for Azure Gaming here. Actually, well, I say very. There's only two champions different by both teams. How are we going to balance this one out? Because it was so close in that game one.
Yeah, Azure Gaming looking much stronger this time with the Evelyn and the Amumu. All about the AoE and all about grouping up. For Dirtnap Gaming, they have the Gragas to try to break up the AoE. So they're once again about getting pickoffs. They need to get crescendos, ruptures, or Gragas barrels to just catch people out of position.
So, if you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, where have you been all morning? We've had one fantastic match already here in the North American Live qualifiers. One spot up for grab in Season 3. Who will it be? Dirtnap Gaming, they're 1-0 up against Azure Gaming. Azure desperately trying to keep themselves alive in this one. Or will it be a clean shutout? We've seen a lot of 2-0s yesterday. Of course, Dirtnap Gaming were the only team to take it to those 3 matches. Jat, if you had a gut feeling, which would you go with?
Dirtnap Gaming is my gut in this situation. St. Vicious in his AMA this morning said the team he expects to come out of this the most is Dirtnap Gaming. A lot of their players are fairly famous. Prawley was so good on Legion. Trying to take it through here.
We'll see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in the game. As the blue team, it will be Azure Gaming. As the red team, it will be Dirtnap Gaming. Jat, we've avoided level 1s as best we damn well can in this tournament. Are we going to see one this time?
I'm going to go with no.
No.
This is going to happen now. That's always how it works. Everyone on Azure Gaming running down towards that brush, and look at JD Wu. He's going to see them walking by. They ward and double check both brushes. He gets the hell out of there. Ward's going down all over, and they kill it. They got the ward in time. Nicely done. That was the Explorer ward, though, because it only gave 10 gold.
Yeah, it was just a quick ward they put down there. There's the real ward. Why would you do that? You knew they were going to be there.
Likes wasting wards.
Likes wasting wards, it seems. Oh, JD Wu getting caught out. Himself puts the rupture down and he catches out nothing here. So a little bit of a tit for tat. Remember, they kind of had a face-off in game 1 at level 1.
And they're doing it again. Finally, Dirtnap Gaming gets a ward to stick in the brush. Now they know it's there, but they're substantially lower on wards. They don't care, though. They have 3 members of their team started with wards. They can still litter the map as they continue to do. That's the 5th ward they would have burned at level 1 in this game because 2 of them were killed.
So both top laners, they've chose to go with a crystalline flask, 5 pots, and a ward.
That seems to be the standard in top lane nowadays. They know they're going to be trading a lot back and forth. Olaf is really good against Jax, in all honesty. Really got to see how Chris can handle it.
But look at Graves compared to Demon Lol. Longsword, 2 pots. Crystalline Flask, 5 pots, 2 mana pots.
Oh no, look, they're caught.
JD Woo's get caught out there and he's had to flash away, but he might be enough damage already. The Ignite goes down. Can they catch one more hit on him? No, hits the Rupture on everyone but JD Woo. The Ghost was used there. Bloodwater with the Glitz Lance. He caught on Chris and not JD Woo. JD Woo should be able to avoid the damage. Now they're turning on towards Chris. They're going to try and force him away. The Rupture once again finds its target and it does get away, but a lot of abilities were burned there.
So we did kind of see a level 1 fight. That was 2 flashes burned for Dirtnap Gaming and 2 flashes and a Ghost and an Ignite burn for Azure. So they ended up burning more Summoner spells, and the payoff is the Wraith Steel and the red buff for DJ Lambo.
So there is the red buff. Lambo's going to be happy with that. Does clear the wave out as well, so he's going to have the timer on that one as well. As it is down the red but blue buff, you can see JD Woo is going to pick that one up. Very low on health and was trying, I think, not to use Smite there, but he ended up having to use it regardless. Are they going to go try and get the red buff themselves? Oh, top lane, they're going to try and collapse on towards Jax there, but Chris is just going to get the counter strike, so he went level 1 counter strike.
Yeah, and we've seen the lane swap right now, and we might see an immediate dive attempt by JD Woo in the bottom lane, but they're way too low level to do anything interesting there. He's doing nothing but showing himself at this point, almost just wasting time down there.
Nothing here, already up to level 2. He's DJ Lambo, level 2 as well, picked himself up both buffs. And like you mentioned, JD Woo just wasting a little bit of time there. Chris slowly being bullied out of this one. How do you take these lanes then? So we've got the duo lane at the top here. We do have the ward in the tri-bush. Demon Lol, Bloodwater versus Chris.
Chris has got to hope that he gets some help in this lane pretty soon. Lulu is the master of the 2v1 lanes. She shoves so quickly. Azure Gaming is very comfortable with this. They have nothing here in the bottom lane on Olaf, who will be very good at just holding this one off. And you look at the back of it, I feel like Demon Lol will do a little better with farm than Echo will on Graves, just because of the need of him being mobile and his experience on Team Legion. We'll see how it goes.
Well, the bottom lane, they're shoving a lot better as it is. You can see they've done quite a chunk of damage to this already. Echo Profit versus nothing here. Again, we see Olaf in a 1v2 lane.
He's got to be able to deal with it. I mean, he should be able to level up that undertow and keep the waves back. I would expect the top turret to be the first one to fall as again comes in top.
JD Woo comes in. Actually, the Ignite goes down. Chris had to be caught out there. Is he going to be able to get away from this one? Bloodwater could well be first blood. He should be. No, he's given up on it. JD Woo realized he's going to get taken out very low. Tries to land the Rupture. Instead, JD Woo, oh, he's on a sliver of the health. 14 hit points. And wow, one more basic attack would have done it. Meanwhile, down the bottom there. And now Profit could well get caught out. He's had to ghost away. It will be first blood. DJ Lambo picks it up at last for Azure Gaming.
Junglers with similar minds, both going for it. 7 health was the lowest point that JD Woo got in the top lane. And down bottom, DJ Lambo. A Mumu gank's working, usually spell disaster for the enemy team.
He did manage to catch on. Barrels coming out, and now Shouster getting a little bit of jip from Prolly. Chris had to stick around in this top lane. He jumps back on towards Demon Lol. He realizes Bloodwater is still very low, but Chris also taking a lot of damage. Demon Lol pushes down the tower down already. Now they're going to head towards Chris there, but immediately turn back and run. And it's going to be JD Wooker and Glitterlance working very nicely from Demon Lol.
Because of the first blood and the fact that they took the tower at 5 minutes and the fact that they were able to steal the red buff, they've already ballooned their advantage to 2,000. And that's just the magic of letting Lulu and Ezreal 1v2. They really kill those towers down early. The failed gank up top contributed to that, made it so Chris was even lower, unable to defend his turret. And the fact that Chris only got 5 minion kills and a bit of experience and losing the entire tower is a really bad trade for Dirtnap.
So they are popping back. They are buying a chunk of items. Philo Stones coming out. We also see a bunch of boots, a Kindle Gem, of course, as well on nothing here. Kindle Gem seems to be one of the popular items for the top laners lately.
It's because it turns into so many things.
Yeah.
You can build Spirit Passage out of it, Locket of the Iron Solari, and 2 more. Zeke's Herald, something else.
Something else.
Had it.
We'll stick to something else. You'll stick thinking about that now, aren't you?
Yep. Yep.
But as it stands out, you can see the duo lanes have switched around, and now we have down the bottom Azure Gaming. It is going to be Demon Lol. Picked himself up a Vampiric Scepter, as has Echo from Dirtnap Gaming.
How could I forget about the Shurelya's Reverie?
How could you forget about the Shurelya's Reverie, the main item? I mean, I just don't know. Sometimes I just question your color casting abilities.
Sometimes I just don't have enough knowledge of the game. Like, it's just, do your homework, Jack. Come on.
Come on, man. You need to be focused as it stands in the bottom here. It is going to be a bookshot coming across. Demon Law wants to stand and trade with Echo, but he's losing out of that trade. And Prophet definitely bullied him a little bit there, having to pop them health pots. Crystalline Flasks chomping through them.
They're started with 4 Crystalline Flasks, so they should be able to lane sustain a bit. But now that they're in the 1v2, Demon Law really pushing down, and nothing here, going in through a turret but not getting punished for it with ganks.
Yeah,
40 to 8.
Massive difference, massive difference. Nothing here. He managed to help out, and of course he got the kill down the bottom as well. He got DJ Lambo came along. They did pick up the kill. He got a bunch of CS from that one, whereas Chris is... Oh, the ulti barrel used their explosive casket on towards Shouster. Explosive cask, I should say, not casket, because they're very different things.
I'm almost questioning DirtNap Gaming's logic here, because that was a last pick Jax. You normally want to counterpick with that something hard. They knew everything they were going to go up against. They knew all the possibilities of the lanes, and they still decided to go with it. It has been a disaster thus far.
Bottom lane is going to get ganked here. It is DJ Lambo coming around. He hasn't hit 6 yet. He's halfway off it, but you can see Echo putting the pressure down. We also have Shouster heading down towards the bottom turret as well, so he's going to make his snake his way around.
You're absolutely right about this. It doesn't matter if Moonwalt's not up. The fact that Shouster has made it completely uninhibited. It's a level 4 Sona down here. They're going, and this is going to be painful.
This is going to be painful. It's Echo they go for. First tower hit goes to DJ Lambo. They realize they're on an island right now. The rest of the team are starting to react to this one, probably heading down south. JD Woo's coming south as well. If they're going to do something, they're going to have to do it now. They are going to capture, just obliterate Probably. And Echo comes around. Echo picks up a kill. Something for nothing. You can't complain at that.
They did burn 4 members. Getting the kill out of that, not quite as awesome as the triple kill he turned around for a tower dive yesterday, but it's something. Saying there's a chance that he can stay alive. He's got the Vamp Scepter now, going on top of his Crystalline Flask. Still though, that was a really good roam gank, and that's not probably countering Evelyn quite yet. Got to see what he does on Gragas.
Nothing here. Teleports back towards the top, so that's not going to be available for a little while there. 9 minutes in, and well, Dragon attempts are possible before that comes back up, but as it stands, I think they're going to continue pushing down the bottom. JD Woo picking up some lane tacks, and he's clearing out that wave. So Demon Law heads back, picks up a kill and an assist. He goes straight for the BF sword.
What he's done in pretty much every game, he gets that Bloodthirster as fast as possible, and then starts punishing people with it. Curious to see if Echo and Prophet continue to get hurt, because Prophet is really, really far behind. He's level 4 on Sona, so he's got 674 health. He hasn't even built a health item yet. Demon Law will pretty much kill him in a couple auto attacks. If he lands his ultimate, it'll be half of Prophet's health. So they got to be very cautious down there against Demon Law.
So Demon Law is going to be a strong presence in that lane. Shouster just picked up blue, as did Probably. Probably putting down the pink ward in the middle just so he can keep his tracker Shouster, as well he should. Just rolls out the barrel in the mid lane and leaves it there for a little moment. Pings come out and says Shouster is going wandering again. Where is he going? He's just simply placing wards. He comes back in, gets spotted by that, tries to put a bit of damage down. How are we seeing this top lane develop though? Because that is starting to slowly get clawed back. He's getting a little bit of free farm as nothing here when roaming.
Yeah, and because Chris has been holding that lane that far back for so long, Nothing here is trying to make something happen. They're trying to punish the rest of the map because Chris is stuck free farming. Olaf doesn't want to be that far up in the map because it puts him vulnerable to ganks. He's trying to punish Prophet being so far behind on Sona, and I'd almost expect them to bully, maybe even try to tower dive, or at least take this turret very shortly. Yeah,
he's down the bottom. They want him to try and rush that bottom turret by the looks of it. Pink ward was just put down by Dragon as well, so I think they're going to try and force something from the Dragon. It does mean that Chris is getting a lot of free farm to try and catch up that lost time earlier on, but the turret push coming down. Shouster's going to start sneaking around now as well. They're going to go for this bottom turret.
Got half the health. Shouster's there again. Gragas coming around as well. It could be a 5v5 around this Dragon area. 4v5, of course, because Jax is stuck top lane, pushing the turret. They got to make something happen, though, because letting Chris's Jax back in the game has to be rewarded by something else. They're going for the Dragon.
Yeah, back into us. They're going for the Dragon. The barrel's already been used. That's not going to be available just yet. Explosive Cask is available should they want to try and get in a steal, but I don't think they will. They realize that Azure were definitely going to pick up that one, but they will lose the top turret. I mean, really, is that worth it? A trade for a Dragon to give Jax, like you say, back in the game?
I'd say no. They had him completely shut down. That could have been what DirtNap Gaming was banking on, knowing that Chris was just going to sit up there no matter what and power up on Jax, because when Jax gets big, he still gets really big. He'll be able to help out a lot in the late game. 10 minion kills behind nothing here. Only an assist back, picks up a fade, he's 600 gold down. Considering it was 40 minion kills to 6 at one point, that's a pretty good comeback. Oh, Evelyn back.
Diving on towards Prophet. Prophet's going to get caught out of there. Beautiful catch out there, and Echo just backs away from that one because the Sad Mommy was used, so that's not going to be available. Probably's going to come round, but well, he's 1v4 at the moment. Uses the explosive cast, rolls out the barrel. He's just sort of deliberating. Bloodwater might get caught out by the tower here. Oh, this shield wasn't quite enough, and Prolly actually picked up a kill out of nothing. Now they're going to come around. Shouster's going to back away. Can they catch on towards Demon Lol? He's got no mana here. JD Wu, if he chooses to go for it, might be able to catch him. No, Rupture not quite close enough.
And in all that, Chris actually ran bottom lane, so a bit of time wasted for Dirtnap Gaming. I like the counter kill by Prolly, but it's a growing trend that Echo and Prophet are dead, because Shousters is spending the entire game bottom lane, and this is one of the reasons Eve is so feared. It's going to create very disparaging farm advantages between the Ezreal Lulu versus Graves Sona matchup, just dictated by Evelyn, and that works great for Azure's Gaming strategy of letting Demon Lol kill everything.
But Dirtnap Gaming have picked up a second turret. Here comes Prolly round towards Nothing Here just getting backed away. Picked up a little bit more of a CS lead over Chris, but that tower helps him out a great deal, and the gold, not a great big disparagement at the moment, just 2k gold between the two. You can see 3.9k to 3.2, so not a massive advantage just yet, but it is an advantage nevertheless between Chris and Nothing Here.
Just got to keep our eyes on Demon Lol once again, because it's Bloodthirster to Vamp Scepter right now. 1 kill, 2 assists to 1 kill, 1 death, and 26 more minions for Demon Lol over Echo. How are they going to be roaming around the map? Where are they going to use their advantages? Because last game, Demon Lol wasn't able to bring it home. The rest of the team kind of let him down with that. And Eve, again, coming around the backside. Like, Echo can't stay in here. It's because of Shousters that Demon Lol is getting so far ahead.
Well, and then True Shot Barrage perfectly sniped. Bloodwater caught him just with the Glitz Lance to basically position him perfectly. That evens out the turrets, and the gold advantage extends a little bit more for Azure Gaming. Prolly's going to come around again, but I don't think he's going to be able to pick anything up. He's just going to clear the way, back away. Mid-turret now under pressure. Only Chris in there to try and defend this one. He's got to be careful. He's not strong enough. He's going to get poked down here. He's going to catch out. DJ Lambo not going to bother going in for it. He hasn't got Curse of the Sad Mommy in the mobile. You got to feel if he did, he probably could have turned that into a kill. They're going to turn back on towards JD Wu, and a lot more damage going down to JD Wu. Dodges out of the Rupture, and they keep the pressure on.
Dirtnap seems a little out of sorts right now. They've lost the 2 turrets fairly recently. They have no way of keeping track of Shousters. Prolly hasn't even really outfarmed or shut down Evelyn in many ways. So they really have to be careful here. The Evelyn ult's back up again. There's an Amumu.
He's going to get Curse of the Sad Mommy. Prophet is going to get absolutely obliterated. And we can see Prolly taken down very low as well. Prophet was dropped. Oh, JD Wu has to flash out as well, taken low. Chris jumps in. It's too little too late. He might get on towards Demon Lol. He does take Demon Lol down. The Rupture saving his bacon, and he flashed down. It doesn't matter though. Shouster took down Echo, and it was another 2-for-1 trade and a blue steal. Or unless Prolly comes in, not going to be enough.
And that was with 2 members of Dirtnap Gaming escaping with a sliver of health. Jax burning everything to get in to kill Demon Lol, and all Azure Gaming really burned was the ultimates that, at least for Evelyn, are on a fairly short cooldown. 4-0-2, soon to have Deathfire Grasp, and Prolly's got to look out here.
Prolly has got to look out, and he's taken very low. The Ignite is going to burn, but the health pot should be enough just to keep him in it. It is still burning on him, and he just survives. Nothing here. Meanwhile, down that bottom lane, he's getting stronger and stronger. We do see the Trinity Force slowly building up for Jax, but he kind of needs to get a little more tanky. We're going to start seeing Warmogs and Sunfire Capes soon for DJ Lambo and Nothing Here.
I don't know if once Nothing Here gets a Warmogs that Chris would be able to duel him with the Trinity Force, even though Trinity Force is a much more pricey item at this point. Just the rush capacity of that Warmogs armor just completed on top of the Kindle Gem is going to make him incredibly scary. The AoE damage coming out from Prolly, not a Rabadon's death cap yet, no magic penetration. Even if they chain their crowd control, doesn't seem like it's going to be enough to kill Azure right now. This 4,000 gold lead is really quite large for being 16 minutes in. I mean, we saw Azure have a 6,000 gold lead at this exact moment against Team Marn, and they got Marned, but we'll see. It's another day. Can they bring this one home and force a game 3?
Well, is that now a phrase that's going to start getting?
Only if Marn wins today.
Got to get Marned.
Yeah.
I'll see whether that turns into a thing. JD Wu now with an Oracle on. So this is kind of a gamble strategy for Dirtnap Gaming now.
Going all in. They know Olaf is top lane with his teleport up. At any moment they could get initiated on. All it would take be Evelyn using her ultimate. They probably want to wait for Amumu to get his ult back. It's about 10 seconds. 15 seconds away. Going down around the dragon area that's up in 15 seconds. They might just force it there because they have such an AoE teamfight composition and the lead already.
Well, the barrels keep rolling out. I think a good explosive cast from Prolly could turn things maybe if DJ Lambo comes in to try and get that curse that's had mommy. Ward placement currently working out very nicely for Azure though. And well, despite the fact JD Wu doesn't really want to get too involved in this fight, he's just picked up that Oracle and it's an expensive item this early in the game.
It's really surprising that JD Wu would get that so early, considering they can't even really
explosive
fight.
cast goes out. They went straight in because the Sad Mommy does catch everyone. Here comes Shouster, doesn't manage to catch too many people. Demon Law was the target of that explosive cast. So both teams kind of hit down low on health, but it seems to be again Dirtnap Gaming that were taken lower.
Now there's still one ultimate left. Echo still has a collateral damage. Bloodwater still has his wild growth on Lulu. But that's pretty much all the initiation power from both teams completely out of there. If they want to fight, they'd really just have to walk into each other. I feel like we're going to see a bit of poking throughout here. I don't know if either team's confident enough to take Dragon.
Oh, Feast is still up, but Shouster nearly dropped Chris where he stands. That means Chris is going to have to back off. That surely will give the Dragon opportunity. JD Wu took that opportunity very well, though. Snuck around, cleared out 2 of those wards, 3 of those wards around the Dragon Pit. Good use of that Oracle.
Trying to make it pay for itself. If you kill 4 freshly placed wards, it's essentially the 400 gold turnaround because you're burning the 75 from the other team, getting 25 yourself, kind of making it worth it early on here. But yeah, everyone's really just going back to base, buying items. Probably should get that death cap. There has been a Sunfire cape completed onto DJ Lambo, and they might just reset that engagement mid when everyone's ultimates come back. There will be a very small window for Dirtnap Gaming where they have initiation ultimates and DJ Lambo does not have his Curse of the Sad Mummy, but they'd have to go really, really in a finite space.
Very finite indeed, and you can see Chris trying hard to get that Trinity Force complete, isn't ready yet. We do have a disparity of gold. It is a small spread, 600 gold across between the 2 top laners. You can see the bottom laners, that's really where it stands out, the 2 AD carries. Big difference currently for Demon Lol. He is around about 1.5k ahead, and that's equating to a static shift being completed.
And not even the zeal coming out from Echo, so if they get an extended team fight where Demon Law really gets to attack frequently, it's when we'll really see the pain start setting in. Pink Ward going down for Azure Gaming, they're going for this Dragon.
They are going to go for it, they realize they have the opportunity. Curse of the Sad Mommy is back available. Everybody else ulti apart from True Shot Barrage is back up. But it looks like Dirtnap Gaming, they want to turn this, and this is what Azure's been delaying about. They realize they're going to lose their turret if they go full on for that Dragon.
They're not wanting to trade it. It's just the poke back and forth. Everyone's ultimates have now reset themselves. Turret going down a little bit. Shouster gets revealed. They're really waiting to find the right initiation, and it's kind of that Gragas pick splitting up the AoE so much.
JD Wu, that's just keeps buying them time. JD Wu's just gone in with the Oracle again, and he's clearing out those wards that are all just been placed.
He actually doesn't have much time left on that Oracle. He's got about 20 seconds to finish off his ward clearing extravaganza, but that was a pretty good purchase in all honesty.
There is still a ward tucked around though in the Dragon Pit, so he missed that one. Did put the pink ward down. But, well, going back to top lane, Chris and nothing here have returned up there, and nothing here. Now putting the pressure on towards that top lane. You can see just the bounce back and forward. Chris can't really stand and get fight with nothing here yet.
Not even close. He's sitting on a Phage and a Sheen. Not really much health. He's down 900 health compared to nothing here. And now they're going on to the Dragon. Teleport not quite up though. It shouldn't matter. I don't know if DNG is able to stop this.
Well, they're going to turn in towards there. They do pick up the Dragon. Explosive Cask was thrown in, but it wasn't enough. And they're just going to back away from this one. No point going for the fight because there's nothing to gain from it other than picking up a couple of kills. Flash burned out there by Prophet.
Prophet is so squishy and so scared right now. That also takes down their initiation potential. And they need to be able to get people isolated for Azure Gaming. Otherwise, they will get eaten by Evelyn. and the rest of the AoE comp that Azure has put together. Here they come, trying to push mid, but it's going to be a slow process.
Olaf just went back to buy, gets himself Ionian boots as well as a Negatron cloak. Didn't see exactly which order he bought them in, so I'll go with both. As it stands, Chris getting some more free farm on that top lane. That's just what he needs to try and get that Trinity Force build up. Shouster's going to come down, clear out a huge stack in the bottom. That's going to give him a good 500 gold.
He's just getting bigger and bigger. 7,200 gold on Evelyn, 7,000 gold on Demon Lull. They're starting to grow quite a lead now. That's almost 6,000. DirtNap Gaming did take another turret, finally able to get down the middle one. Maybe that'll give them a bit more freedom. But it's really tricky. You can see DirtNap has been avoiding Azure Gaming as much as possible. They really do not want to fight the power that is Eve and Amumu right now.
Well, they're just trying to slowly stall it out here. They want Chris to get stronger and stronger. He has that Trinity Force complete. Now they just need to get him a little bit of a Warmox or something that's basically going to sustain him in the fight. Just try and drag it out as much as they can. But unfortunately, the gold advantage is slowly growing. Just like DirtNap Gaming did in Game 1, Azure Gaming are slowly growing their advantage over time.
Well, at least in Game 1, DirtNap Gaming was behind at a point, then they started winning team fights. The problem with this is the majority of team fight advantages fall into the team with Amumu and Evelyn, right? So how do you come back if you're not going to be able to win team fights if that's all you came back with last game? They don't have a split push advantage either because nothing here has teleport on Olaf. They really have to make something majestic happen. They're trying to 1v1 up top here with Chris and nothing here, but that is not working out very well.
Not working out at all. And you know what? They're getting close to losing this turret. And Chris, every time he just comes in to try and do a little bit of something, he's actually almost close to the point where nothing here could just pop his ultimate. He realizes he's at the leap strike away. Prolly's going to have to come up and help him out.
And with now 2 members being sucked off to stop nothing here, will we see some action mid? That mid turret now having to be defended by 3.
And here comes Demon Lull. He's putting the damage down on it. Well, JD Wu does come back in there, tries to keep them away, pops his silence off, and they quickly clear that wave out. But that turret is slowly but surely being chipped away. The inner turret at the top, though, is the one they're targeting, and nothing here is doing a grand job of taking that one down.
Yeah, I mean, block by block, this game is being constructed for an Azure victory. They just have the pressure, they have the team fight comp, they're not really forcing anything, and they're slowly but surely, methodically taking down these turrets.
Demon Lull just extends his lead ever so slightly every time it happens. Oh, Chris is going to get taken down at the top there. He's going to get dropped by nothing here. Oh, he flashed out. He juked him. Is it going to be enough? He's not going to have a leap. He's going to get towards the minion. He dodges the axe. No, he gets hit. Oh, True Barrage just flashes by the axe. Max range axe there. Nothing here now with the barrel coming in. The ignite's landed on him. You're going to get JD Wu coming around the side. Curse to the side bomb. He gets popped off. He's gone down. JD Wu's dropped, but Prophet has got nothing left. He can't stand and fight that take much damage. Now JD Wu's in trouble. He lands the rupture, but it doesn't matter. He's going to go down. Prolly can't help him out. All this happened while Echo had gone to clear a wave in the bottom, and stack after stack, they wiped the floor.
The dam broke for DirtNap Gaming. They couldn't hold anymore. Everything just came rushing through for Azure Gaming. Great work by nothing here, in all honesty. They all came through. Turret out of that, the kills. They're going to keep doing that now, and nothing is really developing for DirtNap Gaming that's going to be able to stop this.
Beautiful, beautiful play there. Well, we saw the pressure, 90%. It was slowly building, and it was all about Chris. He just could not stand and fight nothing here. But he almost did a fantastic juke to get away from that.
That was really, really close. The fact that the Ezreal ult missed was almost too perfect because we were like, he lived! And half a second later, the axe hit him. We're like, ah. Oh no, now it's really bad.
Damn you, Olaf. We're just going to check out and see. Take us through it, Jet, how that exactly happened. I mean, that was so close.
The big thing we're going to have to watch here is the minimap, because Chris has lost this fight. He flashes over the wall, and it just means nothing here has to pop his ghost. Unfortunately, we don't have a minimap, but everyone is coming up to support here. So the fact that Prolly comes up to stop nothing here, tries to blow him away with the explosive cask, just means they have nothing left for a fight. So when they get caught out down here by the rest of Azure Gaming, great bandage toss by Lambo, they're done. Prophet is too squishy. Also, Graves was in the bottom lane farming another wave because the pressure had just been too high. They chased them through and just mop up. That wasn't close. That was Azure being way ahead.
The problem was that Shouster, while he did get crescendoed, he'd already done his ulti. He'd already done that burst of damage onto Prophet. So as it stands, Chris back in that top lane, trying to defend against nothing here. This time he's got Ninja Tabby. Does jump on him, but that trade is not going in his favor. It's a little bit closer now. slowly but surely. But of course, nothing here's just going to get stronger as his hit points goes lower.
Yeah, and the true damage is not being reduced by the Ninja Tabi, but Chris did a really good job fighting him back. Couldn't do it last time, but he's poking down pretty hard. He's trying to regen a whole bunch of health, though. You can see nothing here. Yeah, nothing here has got 91 health per 5 seconds because of that Warmonks and all the extra health he's stacking with Spirit Visage, so it's just almost an impossible situation for Chris to deal with.
As it stands, Chris realized that Shouster was nearby, and he's leveling himself up. Chris just sticking off in the distance, but you can see JD Wu. They're ready to see if he's going to go for the bait here. He's going to jump in. Counter-Strike's going to go down on the turret, just clear the wave. Takes the turret hit, but the Rupture didn't land. Forces him backwards. They're trying to force that Ragnarok out. Meanwhile, the mid lane is being exposed. And you can see down the bottom here, Demon Lol using that True Shot Brav to clean the wave out. Bloodwater's got to be careful. He's on his own. Top turret's taken down very low. Bottom turret also. Nothing here once again. But Chris is going to get popped because Jouster sat in that bush, ready and waiting. And he drops the turret. Now the bottom turret, Demon Lol, putting the pressure on that. You can see he's nearly taken that one down as well. And the mid turret had pressure. But we are seeing nothing here. And Jouster pushing it towards the inhibitor turret. They are forced away.
And meanwhile, they're just doing Dragon. Like nothing's ever happening. The pressure is too high. Bone-crushing gank there by Shouster's Evelynn. I hate the sound of that thing. Like breaking, crushing your spine when the Evelynn ultimate comes down. But that was just... Dirt Knife Gaming doesn't have an answer. And until they can come up with something, the assault's going to continue.
So what are they going to do to come out of this one? Iron Locket of the Solari was completed by Bloodwater, so that's just going to help his team be a little bit more tanky. Spirit Visage, of course. There's the Warden's Mail, along with a Giant Spell. Nothing here is becoming an unstoppable beast. And they have to try and delay this one. Surely they're just going to wait. They're just going to hold. They've got to keep an inhibitor turret up until Chris can slowly but surely basically obliterate someone. I mean, Jax will get stronger, but the question is, can they hang on to that stage? And will nothing here be too strong by the time they get there?
Jax would only get stronger assuming equal gold gain. And they're not even close to that pace. It just keeps growing. It's now at 9,000, 28 minutes in. They've lost more turrets. They've lost more dragons, and Pink Ward inside Baron Pit for Azure Gaming, they're going to start poking around the Baron. Dirt Knife Gaming's not going to want to go in there.
And, you know, with the, like you said earlier on, I mean, the fact is they've not won a single team fight yet. Not come close to winning it either. I mean, because the Sad Mommy is really the clincher, the start, that has been a key in so many of the fights, but they've not been able to shut Shouster down yet. 6-0-3. He's now got the Zhonyas as well. He's going to become a real problem. Well, he has been a real problem.
Yeah, going to become. He's the whole reason they're here. It all started really when he started ganking bottom lane over and over again. It made it so Echo got put behind Demon Lol, couldn't duel him there. Prophet got hopelessly far behind, and it also sucked the attention from Azure Gaming bot lane, which allowed nothing here to punish Chris even more 1v1, and it's just worked for the whole map for them.
Slowly taking those advantages away from them. Chris on Shen was a beast before, but it was banned out against him, and it seems to have been the right choice for Azure Gaming so far. They are slowly growing those advantages. 218 CS to 160, 213 to 120. Big difference between the two, and the AD carries as well. But really, we should also talk about Prolly. Prolly hasn't been able to, you know, exert himself at all in this one. He was a key player when he was on Ari earlier on, but Gragas doesn't seem to be the one for him right now against Shouster.
He's been able to throw a couple disengaging ultimates, but he's never really been able to initiate with Gragas. He really hasn't made his presence felt at all.
We do see it up the top. You can see once again nothing here coming in. Not too worrying about Chris. He realizes he can take a big chunk of damage before he has to start getting worried. Does walk out there, puts a burst back, and immediately levels the playing field in terms of damage. And then it keeps pulling up JD Wu towards the top, opens up the bottom, and that's Demon Lol that picks up another turret.
I almost just want to go back to just nothing here and his total pressure on Chris. To this point, Chris had played nothing but Olaf and Shen this entire tournament. So the fact they banned Shen, pick Olaf, really put him in a tough spot to go with something new. And they punished him for it. I'd expect Dirt Knife Gaming to prioritize Olaf next game.
He gets baited into it, and they immediately use the try and go for Chris. He's going to ignite. No, he just saves himself with the hit points. Now they're going to turn around. Can they turn something from this one? True Shot Barrage comes from the bottom lane. They're pushing on towards the bottom turret there. JD Wu catching out that one. So meanwhile, he's busy on the bottom there. They're going to leap back, full hit points back on towards Chris, but they still realize they can't go deep enough, even for the fact Demon Lol was not even in the fight.
That was so close, and oh man, really probably just ulting back Demon Low, trying to keep them low enough to stop this tower push, but Lambo still has a Mumu ultimate and flash. They might go for it. Yeah, he's thinking about it.
He's thinking about it, and as soon as that turret goes down, then they realized it probably does back away. Keeps out the minions though, and everybody backs off. Everybody picks the hit points up, but another great engagement there from Azure Gaming. They picked up a successful turret. Didn't really get a kill out of it, but it was so close to getting that kill. Death bar. As soon as I saw the Death Bar grasp going in, I expected him to die.
It seemed like he was gonna just popping his ultimate for extra resistances, throwing down that crystalline flax to try to heal up. Really managed to save his bacon with that escape. But we look up again 4 minutes later since we checked the gold, and it's went from 9,000 to 11,000. 11,500. It's Dirtnap Gaming's not able to farm their base with the amount of pressure that Azure Gaming is putting out on them.
Well, they're having to two-man defend against nothing here right now. JD Wu is having to go up there every time. Consequently, it's actually buying free time. Demon Lol's the one that's been doing the split pushing.
279 minion kills already at 32 minutes. He's getting some really big items here. He's probably going for that Scimitar again with the BF Sword and the Negatron Cloak, but he hasn't even really needed to cleanse out or QSS out of any crowd control because he hasn't been fighting team fights. No one's been actually going for him. Now they're going on to Baron. They haven't Oracles on. No, they just have the pink ward inside the Baron pit, so they know it's clear, and they know the approach. Evelyn and Nothing here are just two-manning the entire team back as they freely take this Baron.
There will be a free Baron because the Sad Mommy is available as well. The damage going to come in towards Nothing here, but he is not getting touched. That's a Baron. That's a red buff as well, stolen away by Nothing here. Despite the fact there was a four-man team the other side of the wall, they still didn't want to go near him just to get that red.
They should go end it. You can just see by Dirtnap Gaming, when you can hold back an entire team with two members from doing Baron and then steal red in the process, you're probably far enough ahead to dive the base. They should go for it.
They should go for it. Let's see if they do. The pressure, of course, of the situation. They are 1-0 down, so the last thing they want to be known as Azure, the team that threw it at Season 3. As it stands,
yeah,
they had some problems against Marn, you know. It's always going to relay in their mind because they had that game won.
They had problems really the entire set when they 2-1 in their group stage, finishing games, so that could be heavily weighing in their heads right now in the fact that they're taking this so slowly.
So we do see Azure, they are pushing on towards that top turret. That's going to force members of Dirtnap Gaming to go down there, but immediately Demon Law is the pressure down the bottom lane. They have DJ Lambo there because the Sad Bomb is still available, which leaves a 1v1 for Chris versus Nothing here. Shouts to pushing in the mid lane as well. Here's every single lane being pushed. Perhaps it's time that they just simply grouped up and did the deal and finally took one of those damn turrets down.
Well, it's been working up this far for them, just keeping it spread out. I think eventually one of these turrets is going to crack.
Yeah, Demon Law seems to be working heavily on that one. Nothing here again, keeping JD Wu. JD Wu having to go up there. True Shot Barrage flashed across the entire team there. We do have DJ Lambo joining back in towards the bottom turret. Shouster keeps pushing in towards that middle turret, and Nothing here slowly but surely driving down that top turret. Every single turret is about to fall as Gaming are slowly but surely going to win this one. It is a slow process for them though. 35 minutes, it's been hard worked. And well, there is a lot up for grabs. Nothing here now comes back around. DJ Lambo's at the top now. Demon Law caught out. There's going to be the crescendo, but it's not going to be enough. Nothing here continues to bait them out. They're going to go towards the bottom lane. Can Echo turn on towards Demon Law? No. The Glitter Lance is enough. Oh, they caught him with the explosive cast. The collateral damage is not enough. And while they just keep back, they turn back around and push pressure on. Nothing is now being left. He's going to take the first inhibitor turret down, and there's just nothing Dirtnap Gaming can do about this.
The smart, slow, methodical push. A Moonwalk used mid.
Crescendo goes down, and you can see Shouster did manage to use it, but Shouster will finally get down. It will be the first kill. No! The shield comes out from his ulti, and he just walks away from it with the Ignite running, and I cannot believe he got away with that. I thought for a moment Dirtnap Gaming might pick up their first kill in around about 20 minutes, but as it is, Azure Gaming going to clean house here. Chris jumps in, gets the counter-strike on them. JD Wu comes in, and then now the turret's gone down, though. Prophet's going to get taken down low. JD Wu taken down by one Demon Lol. A Prophet's going to get taken down by Demon Lol. Chris might get taken down by Demon Lol. The exhaust goes in, the turrets come down. Demon Lol wanted that kill on Echo. Instead, they back away and just going to clean out all the inhibitors.
This is where they should end it. They got the 2 inhibs. They have 3 members down, but you can really see their cautiousness here. They're backing up, taking the dragon even. Everybody's going to shop. They're going to wait for the super minions. Then they're going to go. But you saw during that fight, what a bad feeling for Chris. I'm going to get you, Shouters. You've been screwing us this whole game. We know we're going to lose this one, but I'm going to get you. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. That shield pops up, he gets slowed, and Chris is like, well, god damn it, I just can't get in there right now. So, the gamble, seeming gamble, he did pick it into this choice, so he chose to go Jax versus Olaf, which I think is technically classed as a skill match between the two.
It can be called a skill match. I believe the Olaf does have the advantage in that matchup, though.
Well, Olaf seems to be king in Season 3 so far.
He's just king. I mean, people forgot that in the Season 2 North American Regionals, Voidboy's Olaf was banned out every game. Everyone was super afraid of it, and he was amazing with it. And then he picked up so many other champions in Season 3 that people forgot to be able to ban it. Everyone else has since then started doing it. He's been a beast for a while.
He has been a beast for a long time. We saw Reaper, of course, go 19-0-8 against Fnatic.
That was on a Season 2 patch, too.
That was Season 2 in the finals. He just stomped that one. In fact, 5 members of the team couldn't kill him. He just walked straight through and killed Reckless. So there was just... He was a beast, and the itemization seems to be helping him out a little bit more here as well. And nothing here, along with the rest of his Azure Gaming team, going to push in, take down the final inhibitor of the game. Well, Home Guard boots he may have on. They're going to go towards Shouster, but he's got a Guardian Angels. They're throwing everything at this GA, and all they're going to do, they do get the pop, but they've just thrown every ability at it. They're going to have to back away. Shouster goes back in. Look at that shield. He just fills his entire health bar straight up. And While nothing here, just obliterates the team. DJ Lambo was taken down very low, but it doesn't matter. JD Wu and Chris were dropped, and now Demon Lol goes in. Bit too deep there. He's just going to take Echo down, no problem. Turns around, picks up a second. Can he get a triple? Yes, he can. It's the triple call. It's the ace. It's the game for Azure Gaming, and they are finally going to turn this one. It's 1-1. We're all squared in the series, Jap.
Very well played there. Great comeback from Azure Gaming, from the picks to just the execution to the methodical way they made it through that game. They knew what they were doing. Even the last move by Shousters, letting his GA pop before using his ultimate, because he knew he'd have a 1500 shield coming if he hit all 5 members with that thing. Lets him take it home, 19-4. The slow play pays off.
The slow, grinding play pays off, but it seemed to work out very well for them. It's what they needed to do. You know, when you're one game from going out of the tournament, your Season 3 dream would be shattered. They got to play it carefully, and then you can't blame them for that.
And it's interesting, though, as we get into the third game, because in all these sets, I mean, this happened in the group stage as well. If a team was to go 2-1 in the group stage, it was the second game they lost and the third game they won. Dirtnap Gaming in the only best of 3 yesterday lost the second game as well. Or won the second game and then lost the best of 3. It's like it's hopping up and down on
Are you trying to say there's omens here?
I'm trying to say there's a trend.
You're trying to say there's a trend. There's
in
trying to
a
be
roundabout
something
way.
here. It's a trend that there's only been one game that's gone best of 3, and it was their game.
The groups are trends.
The groups are trends. They didn't have a trend in the group. Actually, did they come back from? No, they 2-0'd in the group.
Azure lost the second game.
Okay.
And then won the third game.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're going along with this.
It's too far. I'm going to stop.
It's a stretch.
I don't think it's close
I'm going
enough.
to say it's a stretch.
I'm not going to keep going. I'm dropping it.
You drop it.
No.
So, coming up next, it is going to be the third and final game between Dirtnap Gaming and Azure Gaming. Who will go on to compete for the final slot in Season 3? Find out when the North American qualifiers continue after this.